Good morning, everyone. Just in case if any student has not done their registration, I request them to move downstairs. I repeat, any student who has not done their registration, I request them to please move downstairs.
Test, check, test.
No, it's okay. Not.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
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 None of them are. Hello. Hello. I request everyone in the audience to please be seated and switch off, keep their phones, mobile phones on silent. We'll be now proceeding with the ceremony.
Hello.
as this may disrupt others. When taking photos, kindly do so discreetly and without standing, to ensure an unobstructed view for those behind you. We also request that you refrain from speaking loudly during the event. For your safety, please note that the emergency exit is located to your left. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the event. We hope you find it both engaging and informative. The event will begin in approximately 10 minutes. We kindly ask that you set your phones to silent mode.
Good morning to one and all present here. I, Devangi Karekar, along with my co-host, Zuhair Sheikh, welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the PGDM and Global MBA Batch 2025-27. We warmly welcome our dignitaries for the day, Mr. Shailesh Dalmia, Honorary Secretary of NLDIMSR Educational Society, Mr. Mudit Dalmia, Vice President of NLDIMSR Educational Society, Professor Dr. Seema Saini, CEO of NLDIMSR Educational Society, Professor Dr. Monica Khanna, Director of NLDIMSR Institute of Management Studies and Research, Professor Dr. Suresh Ramanathan, Member of the Managing Council at NLDIMSR Institute of Management Studies and Research, and Mr. Urmil Shah, Director of Diamond Administration India Private Limited, and also our alumnus of batch 2001 to 2003. I would also like to welcome all the teaching and non-teaching staff present here today. I would finally, the heartiest welcome is reserved for the stars of the day, the students of PGDM and Global MBA Management batch of 2025-27. We welcome you all to the NLDIMSR Parivar.
So here at NLDIMSR, as a part of our tradition, we commence an auspicious ceremony like this by invoking the blessings of the goddess of knowledge. So please, I'd like to kindly request the audience to rise as we light the lamp and symbolically mark the beginning of this ceremony.
I request the dignitaries on the dais to come ahead and commence the ceremony by lighting the lamp. I now request all the dignitaries and the audience to please keep standing. We'll proceed with Saraswati Vandana. I request all the dignitaries and the audience to please be seated.
So with great respect, we proceed to introduce the dignitaries gracing the days today. On this auspicious day, we have among us a leader whose journey reflects vision, perseverance, and a deep-rooted commitment to the power of education. Mr. Shailesh Dalmia, Honorary Secretary of the NLDIMSR Educational Society. He is not only the driving force behind our institution, but also a change maker whose work continues to inspire communities. Mr. Dalmia is a commerce graduate from HR College and pursued law from Government Law College, Mumbai. Since 1997, he has played a pivotal role in carrying forward the legacy of NLDIMSR Educational Society, established in the year 1982. Under his visionary leadership, the society has grown to encompass 6 centers of excellence, guided by his foresight. NLDIMSR Institute of Management Studies and Research has earned prestigious recognitions, including an A+ grade from NAC, NBA, and SACS accreditations, AIU equivalents for PGDM programs, and ISO 9001-2015 certification. He has also led impactful global collaborations with renowned international institutes, enhancing research, learning, and career prospects. His contribution to education has been acknowledged at the highest levels. In 2014, the President of India recognized his services to society at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. In 2019, the society received the CSR Journal Excellence Award from the then Union Cabinet Minister, Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar. In 2022, the society was awarded for academic excellence by the then Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Bhagat Singh Koshyari. Deeply committed to social change, he led the adoption of Kondgaon village, which is in Palghar, under the society's MSR initiative. He also supports a school for orphans in Lonavala and vocational training programs for women in Pune, helping them build paths to self-reliance. An edupreneur and visionary par excellence, Mr. Dalmia has left an indelible imprint on the educational landscape, the community, and the business world at large. We welcome you, sir. As the class of 2025-27 embarks on its journey, we are privileged to begin with the voice of experience, purpose, and vision. We now invite Mr. Shailesh Dalmia to address our incoming PGDM cohort.
A very good morning to everybody. Distinguished members on the dais, faculty members and staff, all our new young members who are joining us at the NLDIMSR Parivar today, a very good morning. On this auspicious day, a new beginning for you and for us, it's indeed my privilege to introduce you to the NLDIMSR Educational Society. The NLDIMSR Educational Society was founded by my late grandfather, Sri Niranjanlalji Dalmia, who rose from a humble background and became a pioneer in the field of education. It was his penchant for learning that took him to Delhi, where he earned many scholarships. His philanthropic disposition made him share his scholarships with those who needed it the most, even while he was a student. A gold medalist in law, and having secured the second position in the civil service examination, he realized that education was the biggest enabler. Shri Niranjanlalji Dalmia, a visionary, had always dreamt of providing education to the large society. This desire had born out of selfless interest, enthusiasm, and philanthropy to promote quality education to the future citizens of this great nation. It was born out of culture imbibed in him, give back to society what society has provided you. He established the NLDIMSR Educational Society in 1982 in Mira Road with the sole purpose of providing quality education. He could have established a school anywhere in Mumbai, but instead he chose a far-flung place in Mira Road, which fell under Thane Rural, with only the intent to contribute towards the society and nation building. Today, in my inaugural speech, I shall be delving briefly upon some of my experiences, which I believe would benefit you. What I'm going to speak is nothing new. I'm sure all of you have heard all of these every now and then. But as you are young, mature adults, but there are some things in life one needs to be reminded all over. Vision. This is your first starting point. All of you need to have a vision and then work towards it. Don't lead your life mindlessly. You have not come to this world to be ordinary, but to be unique. Write down your vision not just on a piece of paper, but etch it in your heart so that you're constantly connected with it. Don't allow the magnanimity of your dreams to make you think you cannot achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Take Elon Musk, for instance, a man who dared to imagine electric cars, reusable rockets, and even life on Mars. People called his ideas impossible, but his vision never wavered. As he once said, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Belief in yourself. Trust me, this is one of the most important qualities you can have. The belief in you. If you do not believe in yourself, then who will? How do you expect others to believe in you? Look at D. Gunesh, who just at 17 became India's youngest ever chess player to win the candidates tournament and earned a shot at the World Chess Championship. He wasn't the loudest or the most hyped, but he believed in his game. He stayed focused and kept pushing forward even when the odds were stacked against him. Trust your instincts. Do not allow any negativity or any circumstances make you question your belief. There will always be people who would laugh at you and question it. Do not get deterred. Someone has correctly said, if you do not believe in yourself and follow your dream, someone else will hire you to make his or her dream come true. Passion. Passion to excel. Passion to succeed. You have to have the zeal in you to set new benchmarks, to better yourself. You ought to have that mad craziness in you to keep on being at your task, no matter what. Another thing, if you have this quality, you will never be afraid of failure. Passion will exceed failure each and every time. Success will come naturally. Challenge yourself constantly. Challenge your surroundings. Do not accept the things as they are. Take Arunima Sinha, for example, a national level volleyball player who lost a leg in a tragic accident. Most people would have given up on her. She didn't. Instead, she challenged every physical and mental limitation to become the first female amputee in the world to climb Mount Everest. If she had believed that her journey ended with her injury, the world would not have witnessed her incredible story of courage and grit. Don't just sit there and accept anything that comes your way. Isaac Newton, a great scientist, propounded the laws of gravity, but had those laws never been challenged, we might have never learned to fly. True learning is never in your comfort zone. You have to come out of your comfort zone to learn new things and challenge yourself. Attitude and excellence. Positive attitude and excellence is a choice. Your attitude determines your direction. Excellence will make sure you're on top of the race. Excellence in whatever you do, no matter how small the job. Always give in your very best. Never be satisfied with the second best. That's how you create everlasting excellence. Positive attitude will make you look for opportunities in times of adversities. Always evaluate every problem in life as a learning opportunity for a new opening. Remember, learning happens only when you're not in your comfort zone. Values. It's very important to have values embedded in you all throughout your life. What's the point in growing up without values? Some of the values at this institute we preach are respect, responsibility, honesty, integrity, compassion, sincerity, and humility. It is the aura of these values which will hold you in times of difficulty and make the person much admired and respected in society. It is all of these traits which will help you build your character. Do remember that you are weaving your character each and every day. If you learn to make all these above values into habits, it will form into your nature automatically. In life, you will be faced with many difficult situations, and it is these qualities and these values which will not help you come out of it just a solution, but with the right solution. Giving back to society. Society has in many forms, directly or indirectly, small or big ways, contributed to where we all are today. Each one of us owe our bit to society, and it is important that we do our bit. Contribute in whatever way you can. Do not think that you will contribute only when you will make it big or only in your latter years. Take a challenge and make a difference to at least one person in your neighborhood. It doesn't necessarily has to be monetary. A small positive remark can move mountains. Believe in the law of nature. Whatever good you do to others will come back to you double-fold. Similarly for bad, keep your good karmas. Have respect for the poor, respect for the underprivileged, respect your parents and your elders. The future is full of both opportunities and challenges. In today's competitive world, success will depend on your ability to work across disciplines and take initiatives. Opportunities won't come to those who wait. You have to step forward and grab them. As the saying goes, opportunities may knock your door, but you still have to get up, open the door, and let the opportunity walk in. As a concerned parent and a well-wisher, I do wish to advise you on one thing. Do select your friend circle very wisely. Not only do they have an impact in your career, but also in your lifestyle. Your parents have made the right choice for you, and it is for you to have to live up to their beliefs. The vision and aim since we launched our business school was always to be amongst the top business schools in India. And ever since 1995, each one of us has contributed our bit. I need not inform you that we have one of the most enriched, experienced, dedicated, and finest faculty you would have to be proud of. Work still remains yet to be done. Aspirations still have yet to be fulfilled. And I'm sure with the level of commitment exhibited by each one of us, we will be amongst the top 10 management institutes in the years to come. At this auspicious moment, I do wish to express my gratitude to my late grandfather, Shri Dalmia, on whose noble thought with which he founded this temple of learning, which is marching ahead. My special thanks to the parents who have placed their confidence in us to educate their children and enhance their knowledge and values. Thank you. Jai Hind.
We thank you, sir, for addressing the audience and to urge the students to be more enthusiastic, opportunistic, and to face challenges head-on. Your wise and heartfelt words really moved us all.
Taking this ceremony further, we now welcome Mr. Mudit Dalmia, Vice President of the NLDIMSR Educational Society, a passionate educator, technologist, and institution builder. Mr. Mudit Dalmia is an industrial engineer from Northeastern University in Boston, USA. His remarkable academic achievements include earning a spot on the Dean's List and topping the program in the performance in the university, showcasing his dedication and exceptional performance during his university years. During his career, Mr. Dalmia worked at SAS, a leading analytics solutions company, where he held the roles of data scientist and senior technical consultant. In these capacities, he contributed significantly to various high-profile projects, demonstrating his expertise and problem-solving skills in the field. His extensive experience in the field of data science and technical consulting at SAS equips him with valuable insights and industry know-how which he channels into the development of a cutting-edge curriculum that meets the evolving demands of the business analytics landscape. Currently, he's spearheading a project focusing on online learning and open and distance learning, which is designed to cater to approximately 13,000 students, enhancing access and flexibility in education. Known for his open door approach and his belief that education should ignite both excellence and empathy, Mr. Mudit Dalmia's academic and professional journeys reflect his unwavering dedication to driving impactful change. We welcome you, sir. May I now request Mr. Mudit Dalmia to kindly address the gathering.
Got a little slideshow for you guys. If you can't see the pictures, don't worry. It's just a reference. Thank you. I'll do it. Oh, please, don't worry. It's okay. I think it should be fine. I feel really bad about doing this right now. Okay. Just a second now. Sagar, can I get the screen over here? Well, I'll start off either way. So, firstly, good morning, everyone. Welcome to NLDIMSR. Very happy to see you guys. Congratulations on making it here. I'm sure you guys have worked really hard to make it this far. And I'm sure your parents are really proud, and I'm sure you guys are very proud as well. So I would like to share with you a little about my journey in terms of my educational journey, how I got here, and just, to get you to know me a little better, my educational journey, and a little about what has made me me. Sorry. Oh, okay. Should I disconnect and reconnect? Yeah. Sorry about that. There we go. Anyways, I'll just go on without the slides, no worries. So, growing up, I was always interested in questioning how things worked. I was always very much into physics and sciences, and I had a huge fascination with machines. I always wanted to break things apart, see how they worked, see what made them tick. And so naturally, growing up, my parents said, or people around me said, "Bada hokar beta engineer banega." So that's what I did. I said, I applied to Northeastern University, and just like you guys, I applied to several universities, and this is the one that I chose. Northeastern is a university in Boston, in Massachusetts, in the US. And I started off as a mechanical engineer there. There was a lot of overlap between my 11th grade and my 12th grade studies. And in terms of what I studied throughout those 2 years and the first 2 semesters in college. And it wasn't until later on that I realized that I was only getting lucky in the beginning. And my first, thank you. Okay. My first my first year stint went so well that I got a 3.5 GPA out of 4.0, and I also got a Dean's List distinction. And I was so academically not inclined. I'm like, "Ye Dean's List kya hota hai?" I thought I was in trouble. So anyways, I'm just going to carry on. So I was, I was being a lazy kid, and this was like a dream come true, right? Bina effort ke full results, I thought I'm too smart. If you think that's how it went throughout the next 2 years, I'm sorry, but that's not how life works. I was spending all sorts of time doing what I wanted, making new friends, friends with a similar mindset, similar story of life, and friends who wanted to hang out, go to parties, explore the city, because most of us were new to Boston. And at this point, I felt like I really fit in. I just wanted to fit in better, and I just wanted to have fun. But I lacked one key important factor: hustle. 2 years and a 6-month internship later, I found myself having a reality check. Ever since that awesome first semester, my grades had been on a downward spiral. While I was really enjoying mechanical engineering, I was knee-deep in trouble. I had changed my concentration from mechanical to electrical to industrial engineering all within 1 semester, and I had also gotten onto academic probation. This time I knew what probation meant. It meant that I was flunking and I was on a watch list. By this point, panic and stress and anxiety were my closest friends. After all, I was interacting with them on a daily basis. I remember this phase like it was yesterday. I'd wake up each morning, not feeling so good, or maybe starting the day feeling good, but ending it feeling really hopeless, really confused about whether if it's even going to be a good day or not. And it always ended up with me, after a point, questioning myself, my life, my existence. It was really painful, and I certainly don't wish it upon you guys. I was withering away by negative feelings of hopelessness, and eventually a little bit of depression. Soon, I was finding it very tough to get the motivation to even get out of bed in the morning. While my parents wanted me to have fun, they'd worked really hard to build me up to this level, send me abroad, study, also have fun, but the main part was to be successful, to achieve something. I felt like I wasn't doing either. I wasn't having fun. I was pretty much failing academically. I felt like I was a certified loser. I had hit rock bottom. This was one of the toughest phases of my life, but I had learned the importance of seeking out help. I reached out to a counselor and I spoke to her about my problems. She helped me ease the pain, and she helped me help myself, actually. I realized that in the face of difficulty or adversity, I was blaming everything around me, including other people, but I wasn't looking at myself. I learned that taking accountability for my own life and my own problems, and the fact that I have the ability to do something about it, not necessarily control the outcome. Once this kind of got in over here, that's when things started to take a bit of a change. I also realized I'm a very momentum-driven person, so there was a lot of self-discovery that was involved, learning about myself and how I function. I learned that either things will continue to go up, they will continue to go really well, or they will start going downhill, and they will continue to go downhill. Empowered by positivity with all the help that I got, and the willingness and belief that I can change my life, I reached an inflection point. I told myself ki rock bottom se how much lower can I go? Might as well give it a shot. So I learned the dark art of having blind faith in myself and trust in the future. I didn't keep too many expectations, but I gave it a shot. What could go wrong? I spent 1 to 2 semesters figuring myself out, what made me work, how I worked, and all of that. I became such a productivity junkie, I actually spent majority of my time reading about productivity than actually being productive. And eventually I designed and tailored and engineered a system to work with me that takes my attributes into account, my tendencies into account. I read these 2 books called The Power of Habit and Moonwalking with Einstein. In fact, I couldn't even read that well. I had such a low attention span, I decided to go with audiobooks, and it works pretty well for me. So these books, they taught me about the psychological and neurological aspects of habit formation and memory formation, respectively, and how they work. I also did a lot of reading online. I would Google many things. That time, ChatGPT wasn't there yet. This was, by the way, I'm not that old, just a couple of years ago, okay? But anyways, so I actually had a picture I'd like to show you guys, but I guess it's not working. It was a picture of me studying, my friends and I studying in the library, sleeping on the floors, and I hope to see that happen at our library as well, with you guys hustling it out and working through problems day in and day out. So I saw it academically and in life, and eventually that, things started going really well, like I said. Not only was I doing all the things I wanted to do in life, except sleeping enough, I also was hanging out with friends, I was traveling, I was exploring the city, I was traveling out of the city as well. And at the same time, I was looking after my health, looking after my friends, and I was being successful at the #1 goal, which was what I went there to university for, which was the studying part, right, to build my future. I started to develop this momentum, and I achieved way more than I had set out to do. Initially, the goal was just to be an average student, to not fail, or a little above average. We are Indian after all, we can't be average. But I went from being on 3.5 to being on academic probation to eventually getting a 3.41 out of 4.0, subsequently a 3.83, and then a 4.0, and then another 4.0, and then a Dean's List distinction as well. Thank you. I'd essentially realized that I can't possibly go higher than this in terms of where the academic ceiling was, but I'd essentially gamified the process of success, and I was thoroughly enjoying it. I just wish that I had learned these things soon. I mean, how much better could I have gotten, right? But I'm just proud of myself, and I'm not complaining. I'm happy, and I think I had to go through that tough time to learn how to come out better at the other side. It was Steve Jobs who said, and I'm going to read it out, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life." What this means is that you can't predict the path going forward. You can only connect the things after you have done what you want to do or what you'll end up doing. You have to have that faith and belief and trust that somehow they will connect. It doesn't matter how, you can't predict everything looking into the future. But of course, you need to put in the hard work. You need to be accountable to yourself. And something beautiful will unravel and unfold eventually. This is just what happened to me. From certified loser, I became a certified doer. I carried this mindset through after college ended. I decided I wanted to become a data scientist. I enrolled myself in a big data course, which was partly held by SAS, a leader in the analytics industry. And I hustled through the course, landed up with an internship. Half of the internship period into my three-month internship, I was offered a job, and I took it up. And eventually, I carried on there for 2.5 years, and COVID hit, and long story short, for many other reasons, I landed up here, and I love that I landed up here because I feel like education is something very close to my heart. So my end message is that I'm not here to tell you about my story of my achievements. This is just to show you that I can be just like any one of you, except I'm possibly a little older and with a little more growing white hair on my face. But this was just to leave you with an idea, the possibility of an idea that in terms of how things can work out. No matter what life throws at you, just keep having blind faith in yourself. It's a skill. It does not happen overnight. You have to build it up. And just have trust that things will unravel positively. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. Learn what works for you and figure yourself out and figure a system that works for you. Don't try to copy paste what the guy or girl sitting next to you is doing. It doesn't always work. There's no Bible of study techniques or success techniques that work across the board. It's all about what works for you. So I also want to stress on the fact that it's about being smart with your hard work. It's about the dedication and time and being smart with it. You have limited resources. You have to hack your way through life. You will achieve greatness at some point. Just remember, it's all about the baby steps, and it's all about climbing the ladder one step at a time. Do not try to jump at the end. That's all for now. I look forward to interacting with you guys over the next 2 years, and I wish you all the best. And thank you.
Thank you, Mudit sir, for taking us through your inspiring journey and for sharing such insightful reflections from both your academic and professional life. Your words have not only enlightened us, but also offered valuable guidance to those at the start of their own journeys.
I now take immense pride to introduce the CEO of NLDIMSR Educational Society, Professor Dr. Seema Saini. Dr. Saini brings with her extensive experience of 33 years in the field of education. Academically, she is honored with PhD from Mumbai University and has a master's degree in economics, again from Mumbai University, and a master's in human resource development from Xavier University, Cincinnati, USA. Furthermore, Dr. Seema Saini is professionally certified in various areas: project management from Project Management University, Pennsylvania, USA, excellence in higher education from Indian School of Business, ISB, Hyderabad, certification in strategic leadership from Indian Institute of Management, IIM, Ahmedabad, certification in design thinking and innovation from Harvard Business School. Dr. Saini is an independent director at Lloyds Metals and Energy Limited. She is an honorary member of National Advisory Council of the SME Chamber of India. While in the USA, Professor Dr. Saini was on the board of Cincinnati chapter of American Society of Training and Development, that is ASTD. Dr. Saini is on the panel of inspectors by the Council for the Indian School Certificate Exams and the Vice President of Association of ICSC Schools of Maharashtra region. Dr. Saini has published and presented papers in international journals and conference proceedings and has been a panelist on various prestigious forums. Her educational leadership promotes the success of all students while facilitating development, implementation, and a stewardship of a vision for learning. We welcome you, ma'am. So now, with great respect, I now take the privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Suresh Ramanathan. Dr. Suresh Ramanathan is a prominent figure in the field of management education and has been in the academia for the last 28 years. He is an eminent scholar and professor of marketing with impeccable, robust academic credentials and global experience. He was recognized as one of the top emerging marketing scholars in the US by Marketing Science Institute in 2007 and is leading academic expert on consumer emotions and motivation. He has served on several editorial boards and his work is highly cited in the academic literature. And he has now received extensive coverage in popular press, including New York Times, CBS News, Times of India, Los Angeles Times, and Science Daily. His educational background includes a BTech from IIT Delhi, an MBA from IIM Calcutta, and a PhD from the Stern School of Business at New York University. Dr. Ramanathan joined the world of academia in 1997 after spending over a decade with renowned industry brands in India like Brooke Bond, now known as Unilever, JWT, Lintas, McCann Erickson, and also played a leading role in introducing MTV in India in 1996. He has taught at top institutions specializing in consumer behavior, brand management, and executive education at the University of Michigan, in SEED, and NUS Singapore, with 9 years at the world's top-ranked Booth School of Business at University Chicago, and 8 years at the prestigious May School of Business at Texas A&M University as an endowed chair professor. Dr. Ramanathan stepped away from the tenured position at Texas A&M University to pursue a dramatic path of leadership as Dean and Principal for the last 6 years at Great Lakes University of Management, Chennai. I invite our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Suresh Ramanathan, to address the gathering.
Good morning. How's everyone doing here? Lovely to see so many bright faces, bright young faces, all eager to make a start in your transformative journey at NLDIMSR. Give yourself a big round of applause because you deserve it. You are the chosen ones. You are the chosen ones. Just for context, there are over 12,500 students admitted to MBA schools in Mumbai alone. Let that figure sink in. There are over 12,500 students joining perhaps today or over the next few days just in business schools in Mumbai alone. And you're here. You made that choice to be at NLDIMSR. So congratulations for that. And this journey, this transformative journey, begins today. And it's going to go on for the next 2 years. I'd like to start with a story of 2 insects. Both look very, very similar to each other. They're both caterpillars. But one caterpillar slowly transforms itself by spinning a silk cocoon around itself. Very flexible, very, it won't take it much effort to eventually break free. And the other caterpillar creates a hard shell around itself, which is called the chrysalis. The first caterpillar becomes a moth. Not very distinctive. Looks, dull, drab, nothing very exciting. The other caterpillar becomes a beautiful butterfly. That butterfly emerged after a great deal of effort to break free of that hard shell, the chrysalis. It really, really struggles to get out of that shell. And no one can help it. No one can help it break free. It has to do it by itself. And that effort that it takes to break free strengthens its wings and allows it to soar high into the sky. May I submit to you that you are all entering the chrysalis stage of your life. This is the stage where all the efforts that you put in will eventually pay off, and in 2 years you'll be able to break free, soar everywhere, touch every organization that you join, pollinate it, and make those organizations successful. But it's hard work. It's effort. And no one can help you do that. It is you who have to put in that effort. Over the next 2 years, you're going to be challenged. You're going to be pushed really, really hard by your faculty. And those of you who think that this is just, I can just go to class and I can take notes and I don't have to do anything at all. All I need to do is memorize all the notes and then come into class and write those exams. You're missing out on what will truly make you special. Because here's an opportunity for you to challenge, to go out of your comfort zone, to do something very, very different with your lives. So what you experienced during your undergraduate days, where you sat passively in the classroom and scribbled notes on your notebook, and then memorized all that stuff, and then that's exactly what came on your exams. Well, guess what? That's not what's going to happen here. It's going to be very, very different. So be prepared to go out of your comfort zone. Be prepared to challenge yourself. I'll give you one anecdote from my own life. This is after I graduated from IIM Calcutta. My first job was with Brook Bond. The company that makes Red Label, Taj Mahal Chai, all of that. That was my first job. And I was posted in as a management trainee in sales in a part of Andhra Pradesh, little town called Rajahmundry. Now I'm Tamilian by birth, and I had absolutely no, I did not know how to speak Telugu. I had no idea, what I was doing there. I couldn't speak a single word of Telugu to be able to speak to the shopkeepers, asking them to buy, buy Brook Bond chai. So what I did was every single Friday, I would go to the movie theater and watch a Telugu movie. And slowly but surely, I learned enough Telugu to be able to go and tell the shopkeeper, "Oka kilo teeskondi." Buy 1 kilo. That's all it took. But unless you're prepared to shake yourself and get out of your comfort zone and go out, there is a whole world out there for you guys to experience. Your world is not just Mumbai. There are 8,000 alumni of NLDIMSR all over the world. They are not all in Mumbai. You want to explore, you want to push yourself, you want to get out there and experience everything that the world has to offer. That's really what this is all about. My mentor often used to say, your network is your net worth. You are here, one amongst 350, 400 students. You're going to be part of your own little network, this batch of your, of yours. But you also belong to a much larger network, 8,000 plus alumni. That network, the connections that you're able to form, is really what will help you, stand out. So that's my second thought to you. Get out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself. The third idea I want to touch upon is another story I will tell you, which will help illustrate what I'm trying to say. I want to tell you the story of a scientist by the name of Isidore Isaac Rabi. You may have never heard of him. Isidore Isaac Rabi was a Polish Jew, a Jewish person who migrated from Poland to New York back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Grew up in Brooklyn, which is a borough of New York City. So he was in Brooklyn. Very, very modest background. His father owned some kind of a shop. But he was a very, very bright student. Later on, he went on to win the Nobel Prize in physics for inventing something that you guys are all very familiar with, or you may have encountered, called the MRI machine. So he was the scientist behind the technology that goes into the MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. But as a child, he would go to school, and you must have all, you've all gone to school, and when you came back home, your mothers or your dads would have asked you this question: how was school today? Right? Did you get that question? How was school today? Well, Izzy, as he was known, Izzy's mom would say, she wouldn't ask him, how was school today? She would say, Izzy, did you ask a good question today? Very different question. Did you ask a good question? What does that mean? It means the power of our being here lies in our being curious, inquisitive, always asking questions. If you sit there and passively take notes, you're missing everything that school has to offer, a school like this has to offer. When you ask the right questions, when you challenge, when you dare to say, I don't think this is right, that is really what sets you apart. Because life is not multiple choice questions. When you go out into the real world, you are not going to encounter everything in a very, very structured form. There are no easy answers. Nothing comes packaged. What you are going to really appreciate when you go out and start working, I guess most of you have never worked, right? You're all coming fresh from your undergrad degrees and straight into B school. So when you start working, you will discover there are no answers. There are no right answers. There are no wrong answers. It's always maybe. Naptol. You got to balance. You got to figure out, okay, does the evidence lie on this side or does the evidence lie on this side? There could be arguments this way, that way. And somewhere you will develop the wisdom if you ask the right questions to be able to come up with what is a good enough answer. Never the perfect answer, a good enough answer. So, stay curious, challenge, question every assumption that you make. And may you all soar high into the sky like the butterflies that we want you to become. Congratulations for being part of NL Dalmia. Your journey begins now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. May I now take the privilege to introduce the Director of NL Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research, Professor Dr. Monica Khanna. Dr. Khanna brings with her over 3 decades of distinguished academic and leadership experience. She combines a positive outlook with a proven ability to lead teams, drive change, and foster cultural transformation. She holds a PhD from the University of Pune, an MMS in marketing from NLDIMSR University, and a BTech in electrical engineering from NIT Warangal. She began her academic journey as a lecturer at KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, and over the span of 30 years, rose through the ranks to become the director. During her tenure, she was part of the transition team that established Somaiya Vidya Vihar University, where she also served as a Dean of Management Studies. Her academic leadership was marked by significant milestones, including securing the prestigious AACSB International Accreditation, NAB Accreditation for PGDM programs, 10-year autonomous status from UGC, and ISO 9001-2015 Bureau Veritas certification. She championed international collaborations. Dr. Khanna's research contributions span areas such as brand management, consumer behavior, emerging markets, and sustainable development. With publications in top-tier ABDC ranked journals, she has also been part of British Council-funded research projects, including Spark 2023 and GCRF 2019, a PhD guide with the University of Mumbai and Somaiya Vidya Vihar University. She has successfully guided 5 doctoral students. In addition, she is a reviewer for academic journals, a regular contributor to business magazines and online platforms, and an active trainer and consultant. She serves on esteemed bodies such as the Board of Management and Entrepreneurship and Professional Skills Council, New Delhi. Notably, she was invited as a panel speaker at the G20 Women Empowerment Workshop held in Agra in February 2023. We welcome you, ma'am. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Monica Khanna to address the gathering and share her thoughts with us.
Good morning, everyone. I think a little louder. You all had your breakfast? All of you? I think there should be a lot more energy in the morning. So good morning. Say loudly. That's the spirit. Okay, so I'm really very proud to stand here as the director of NL Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research. And on behalf of NL Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research, it is really my proud privilege to welcome the 29th batch of the MBA students to our campus. All of you should be really proud of your achievement and having made it here to the campus. I would like to thank all the incoming students and their parents for reposing their trust in Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research. Education is one of the most important pillars of society, and investing in good education is necessary to build a sound future for yourselves and for the country in which you are living here today. The education sector must move in sync with new emerging technologies, new organization work cultures, and disruptive macroeconomic and geopolitical forces. There has been a paradigm shift in operations management of various industry sectors. The increasing complexity in conducting business, the phenomenal rise and valuation of app-based businesses that are integrated with human supply chains, analytics becoming the new foundation of any business, companies having to factor in the environmental, social, and governance factors into their business processes and trying to comply with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals makes us realize that we are not just looking at paradigm shifts, but tectonic shifts in the conduct of business management. Such sudden shifts in the business ecosystem have implications for management education, being an industry-facing educational sector. A quote by Albert Einstein says, "In the middle of difficulty lies the opportunity." At Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research, we endeavor to develop and provide professionally trained managers to fulfill industry requirements to cater to the demands of well-trained professionals suitable for Industry 4.0 and beyond. Transformational thinking and transformational leadership is therefore the need of the hour. At Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research, we will be providing the necessary inputs required to mold fresh minds into mature professionals ready for the industry challenges. The Postgraduate Diploma in Management PGDM offered at Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research is approved by the Association of Indian Universities, that's the AIU. So you have the equivalence to the MBA program, where each program is not just about acquiring knowledge, they are about empowering you to thrive in the dynamic landscape of today's business world. We here at the Institute have Asia's largest standalone Bloomberg lab with 24 terminals. And this is a testament to our commitment to give our students a unique advantage and a competitive edge. We are also recognized as the first Bloomberg Experiential Learning Partner program in India. Our meticulously designed curriculum empowers you to meet the ever-changing demands of the industry and keeps you up to date with the latest trends. As part of the curriculum, in the first year, all students will undertake full-time internships that are carefully evaluated by our faculty and industry experts that will help all of you to gain practical industry experience and to familiarize yourself with the corporate world. In addition, there will be guest sessions by industry practitioners to give you an insight into the actual working of an organization. Here at the Institute, you will find our faculty comprising of industry veterans and accomplished scholars with their research papers published in esteemed national and international journals. The commitment of our faculty is more than just teaching, with a dedication to inspire, to guide all of you, and to mentor you in shaping your knowledge and personality as the next generation of leaders for an emerging economy like India. Dalmia Institute of Management Studies and Research stands as a reflection of the unwavering dedication to shaping futures and fostering a legacy of lifelong learning. We are confident in preparing you for the opportunities in this rapidly growing India grounded in the reality of local conditions, while having a global perspective and exposure to hands-on practical aspects of business management. The virtue of discipline in all aspects of our personal and professional lives cannot be underestimated, especially in the newly changed environment. We expect the students to give 100% attention to their academics and avail themselves of all the opportunities that are available to you through our institute. I once again welcome all of you to our, rather I'd say to your institute, and wish you all the very best in your educational transformative journey. I wish you all good luck for the next 2 years, and I'm hoping you will come out with flying colors. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing our students to the spirit of NLDIMSR and for sharing such thoughtful guidance as they begin this new chapter. Moving further, it's my privilege to introduce our guest of honor from the corporate world, Mr. Urmil Shah, a proud alumnus of NLDIMSR Institute of Management Studies and Research from the MMS Marketing batch of 2001 to 2003. With over 2 decades of rich experience, he has built a dynamic and cross-functional career across industries such as textiles, diamond and jewelry, certification laboratories, and software solutions. His journey began in the textile sector and gradually evolved into leadership roles in highly specialized domains where he worked on technology-driven certification systems and enterprise solutions. Over the years, Mr. Shah has had the unique opportunity to closely collaborate with both Indian and international CEOs and the leadership teams, gaining invaluable insights into diverse management styles, global business strategies, and organizational culture. Mr. Shah credits his journey to the invaluable mentorship of several key individuals, including his parents, Professor P.L. Arya, former director of NLDIMSR Institute of Management Studies and Research, Randy Wagner, CEO and founder of Gemix Systems Incorporation, Bert Muse, CEO of XSS Software Solutions, and many others who left a lasting impact on his outlook and values. A well-rounded leader and lifelong learner, Mr. Urmil Shah stands as a testament to the transformative power of mentorship, adaptability, and a curious mind. These values continue to define his journey and inspire the next generation of professionals. I now welcome Mr. Urmil Shah to take the stage and enlighten us with his insights.
Hi, good afternoon. So, 2 things. One is a disclosure and one is a good news. Disclosure is I am not a trained speaker, okay? So, yeah, see? Okay. So, please excuse me. And second, I think the way I have learned life, I will use English and Hindi both. Huh? I hope it is okay. So, like we used to say even today, when I meet the CEOs who are outside Mumbai or outside India, I would say English in India touches our mind and Hindi touches our mind and our heart, okay? So I'll try to use both of English and Hindi. So first, when I heard all the distinguished guests here, and this is what they do, you know, though we come from a corporate background, some may be as CEOs, but when you see the amount of work they are doing, it's incredible, right? I mean, the amount of time, dedication it takes, it's not easy, right? So, my salute to all of you, sir. Now, when we say leadership, अगर आपने आज देखा होगा, I saw it the first time we lighted that lamp. Shailesh ji, I mean, when I passed out, even he was there as a director, as a founder, and everyone. If you see the way we lighted the lamp, he was the first to say to Monica ma'am, please come first. Then it was me. He was the last one to do that. Right? ये सीखना है ना, तो रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में आप चेक कर सकते हो. That was something to learn, right? Books में नहीं मिलेगा. If you meet gentlemen like him, if you see Seemaji's profile, amazing, very, very great. The way Mudit spoke, amazing. The way he opened about his challenges in life, you know, not easy, not at all easy. Huh? You see Suresh ji, Professor Suresh Ramanathan, amazing. The way he has his experience across so many years and working with so many multinationals, it's profound, profound. Same with Monica ji, I met her a bit. And the moment I said hello to her 10 minutes back when we were on it, I said, you leave me a lasting impression. You have a very nice personality. So, I'm here to talk with students. And let me do this, you know. I am given 15 minutes a mandate. So that's the good news. You have to suffer me for 15 minutes, okay? And then it is lunch. So that's sometimes a good thing for a speaker to do that. पता है सबको lunch है, सुन लो, lunch के लिए जाएंगे, right? So, मैं आपकी जगह पे था, as ma'am have told, 2001, 2003 batch, Professor P.L. Arya was the director. And so I will do it in very quickly. My life in MBA in Dalmia, my next 10 years, जो आप लोग को भी interesting लगेगा, what happened after 10 years, and the last 10 years, okay? So like मैंने MBA start किया, then middle management, and then the top management, okay? I'll take you very quickly to the journey. So, I'm a BE textile from Kolhapur. Okay, I'm born and brought up in Mumbai, but there were one of the good textile college in Kolhapur, so मैं वहाँ से मेरा textile engineering किया. I think we were around 3,000 people who applied for a CET, and I scored 50. So I thought, okay, I deserve a good college, right? So I thought Bajaj was the greatest. Jamnalal Bajaj was nice. वहाँ मिलेगा, वो नहीं तो फिर सोमाया, नहीं तो finally Wellingकर तो है ही. Couldn't get anywhere else. Dalmia आया मेरे पास, and I knew Dalmia but not that much. I said नहीं, और एक साल पढ़ाई करेंगे, अच्छे कॉलेज में जाएंगे. It's our time. Now I'm talking about your mindset, huh? And how future chooses what we want sometimes, you know. And that is where your parents, elders, आशीर्वाद सब काम में आते था. So I was getting a free seat in Dalmia, and everyone was telling me, are you insane not to take a free seat? I said नहीं, और अच्छे कॉलेज में पढ़ेंगे. But then since it was the last day, और कुछ बचा नहीं, चलो लेके तो चलते, we'll go to Dalmia, then we will see. And that's how I landed up in Dalmia. And then I first go to the canteen. I say, let me talk to the students first. Teacher को बोलेंगे तो सब अच्छा ही बोलेंगे. So let me go and talk to the students first. So I talked to a few students, and बोला क्या सपने हैं तुम्हारे? Everyone has dreams. I said, अच्छे कॉलेज में पढ़ना था, ये मिल गया. कहाँ जाना था? मैं बोला सोमैया तो मिल जाता या VJTI. And he said, Somaya, the way they have grown up was because of one person called P.L. Arya, the director. I said, okay. 3 साल पहले यहाँ पे shift हुए हैं. And, right? And already the institute is going great, and it will be amazing if you can learn from him. उनके जैसा है ही नहीं कोई बंदा. एक जन से पूछा, 2 जन से पूछा, okay. Let's take the admission, you know. It seems like when the students are telling it, it should be nice, you know. So that's how my journey with NL Dalmia started, okay. And then we started with the first year, and okay, things were okay, just abhi aap bhi experience karoge wo sab. Initially when you join, we have very high motivation, everything is okay, great, और जब पढ़ाई करना शुरू करोगे, सर के स्टडीज देंगे, मैडम देंगे, सब करेंगे, फिर लगेगा कहाँ पे आ गए. Not in Dalmia, in any institute for that matter, the case studies. So, what Professor Suresh ji said was very true actually, you know, that this will be the time that will test you. He was giving a good example of caterpillars, right? But by the way, एक चीज मैंने देखा, when they were all telling, आपके किसी के पास भी book और pen नहीं है, for example, if I'm not wrong, so ये सब ऊपर से जाने वाला है. In my company, there is a rule. If anyone walks in any meeting without a book and a pen, he is fired immediately, including me. सिर्फ मेरे लिए नहीं, सबके लिए है. That if you walk in any room at any given point of time, you have to have a book and a pen. Okay? Because when you hear them, you don't see them often. They don't have time. They have come here, all of them, and they're giving all the advice they can in you 10 minutes. जो आप 2 घंटे ही बोलते हैं ना कि भाई मोटिवेशन का बुक्स पढ़ो, ये पढ़ो. If you hear what Shailesh ji said, good karma, right? Giving back to the society, right? So all those are very, very important, right? So he's telling you what he learned probably in 30 years, in 10 minutes he's trying to tell you. Same with everyone, Monica ji and everyone, Mudit, what he said, you know, struggles. He suffered probably a year, 2 years, 5 years. In 10 minutes, he's telling you everything. Okay? So please don't take it for granted. Now going forward, when you're doing your MBA, so please don't do that. Okay? Respect other people's time. Respect other people's opinion. Okay? You may have a difference of opinion, but always hear them out. जो अच्छा लगे वो लिख दो. Doesn't matter everything you have to remember, but at least few things you have to remember. Right? So, very quickly I'll start. So, I wanted to learn under Professor P.L. Arya. कुछ भी करो मुझे पता चल गया ये आदमी है जिसके पास से मुझे लीडरशिप मिलेगा सीखने के लिए. But then he did not have time. So I said किससे टाइम मिलता है? बोलते if you become a class representative you have time. I said okay, then we'll become a class representative. But then okay, everyone wanted to become a leader. So first year we had a voting and everything. Then one guy got selected. People liked him and he got it. But then there was a jinx, you can say. That जो भी class representative बनता है, he usually gets a KT. वो fail होता ही है. क्योंकि पढ़ाई के अलावा बेचारे के पास मतलब पढ़ाई के अलावा सबके टाइम है, पढ़ाई का ही टाइम नहीं है. So then he was my very good friend, so we used to have some fun. He used to sing a lot and enjoy. And after 1 year he said, and he got a KT. So अभी कौन बनेगा? So 10 पहले लोग हाथ थे, अब उसमें से probably एक ही रहा जो मेरा था. Right? So अभी मैं आपको एक चीज सिखाता हूँ. ओके एक शायरी सुनाता हूँ. मैं वहाँ पे भी सुनाया था 20 साल पहले. एंड दिस विल हेल्प यू इन योर लाइफ. कि चाहो तो ऐसे चाहो, चाहो तो ऐसे चाहो कि उसे फुर्सत सिर्फ दम की दे दो. दम मतलब सांस लेना. चाहो तो ऐसे चाहो कि उसे फुर्सत सिर्फ दम की दे दो. तुम्हारे प्यार में अगर खुदा भी दखल करे तो उसे दम की दे दो. राइट? 18 से 25 में अच्छा लगता है ये सब. सही बोलता हूँ. So why I'm telling you this? And this is phase. ये 3 फेज जो मैंने बताया तीनों में ये वैलिड है. So जब मुझे लीडर बनना था, then I said चाहो मतलब क्या है? लगाव. लगाव किससे? लीडरशिप से. राइट? और क्या मुझे डरा रहा है? What is it जिसको मुझे धमकी देना है? तो मार्क्स. KT आए तो भी चलेगा. But I want to learn leadership. I will give my 100% into leadership. Even if I have to say marks, okay, for a moment I will keep it on side, just to get 10 minutes of Professor Arya. Right? And again, this is not only for Arya when I'm saying that, it could be any of the faculty here or whoever are teaching you for that, to get their attention span. So I became a class leader. And within 1 month, I got the best advice, I think, of my life. कोई बोले ना KT भी आ जाए, I would have said, for this knowledge, I would have done that. So what happened? During our course, now abhi jaise aap sab hai, some would come from commerce background, someone would come from engineering background, right? So we used to have a fight between commerce and engineering, a lot. Engineering वाले commerce को बोलेंगे क्या तुम्हारी जिंदगी है? 10 महीना vacation, 2 महीना holiday, हो गया commerce. And commerce will tell you, engineer, तुम तो पढ़ाई के कीड़े हो. Whatever way, you know, students, चलता रहता है. But at a certain point, it was getting really, really very fight. So I then went to Professor Arya. I said, sir, I said, हाँ बोलो उर्मिल क्या हुआ? बोला, sir, I have come with you with a problem. हाँ बोलिए. I said, sir, there is a fight going on between commerce students and engineering students. दोनों सुन नहीं रहे हैं. So that's why I wanted to discuss this problem with you. I said, beautiful, please come, please walk, very, very nice. क्या हुआ बताओ? So I explained him everything. Fight चल रहा है, commerce and not listening, blah blah. हाँ क्या करना चाहिए, क्या लगता है? मैंने हाँ सर इसलिए डिस्कस करने आया हूँ. Okay. 2 मिनट बैठो. And then he calls one of the support staff. And then he says, अरे उर्मिल यहाँ पे आया है, उसके क्लास में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. बोलते हैं हाँ सर, वही सर चलता है सालों से, इंजीनियरिंग वर्सेस कॉमर्स. उर्मिल सुना आपने? मैंने हाँ सर सुना, अभी यही तो लेके आया. दैट्स माय प्रॉब्लम इज राइट. बोलते एब्सोल्युटली योर प्रॉब्लम. सो आगे क्या करना है? बोले सर डिस्कस करने आया. बोला सर कुछ गलती हुआ लगता है. बोलते 101%. बोला सर क्या हुआ? You have done your graduation, you are doing your MBA, this guy is from a support staff, you both have the same problem, knowledge तो दोनों के पास है, तो तुम्हारे और उसमें फर्क क्या है फिर? Try to understand the level at which he is talking. मतलब sir, the problem you are telling me, even he knows the problem. So when you want to become a manager, you are thinking become a CEO. क्या करोगे आप? मतलब सर तो करना क्या है फिर उसमें? You have to come with a solution. That is why they hire you in corporates. Right? First is a solution. Problem सबको पता है. The reason they are hiring you is not because they cannot do it, either they don't have time or they want a better person who can solve it. So if you want to take one of the best thing from here, from today onwards, try to find a solution first. Professors आपको case study दे, वापिस problem लेके मत जाओ, चाहिए तो solution लेके जाइए. Sir, is this solution correct? So I was walking out of the cabin and he said, कहाँ जा रहे हो? मैंने सर आपने बोला ना solution. And I thought the story ended there. नहीं, मैंने तो कितना लेके आओगे? मैंने मतलब कितना मतलब एक solution एक ही होता है? No, 2 solutions. मैं choose करूँगा दूसरा. And that's what Suresh ji said, maybe. There is no one answer in corporate. It's always a maybe. ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है. That one incident kind of changed my life. Changed my life completely. Awesome, right? So that is one of the leadership or whatever you call that, you know, lesson for you guys. Then second was, I completed my engineering, okay? And so again, so when I learned with Arya, this is also important, when I learned with Arya sir, यही चीज होता है, लगाव क्या है leadership के साथ. What I had to fight with was my ego. If that day I would have said, sir कुछ भी बोलते हैं, कुछ मतलब नहीं है, right? I would not have learned that lesson and move forward in my life, okay? So if you want to learn something, you want to achieve something, you may have to sacrifice something, okay? So after I did my MBA, by the way, I didn't flunk, let's say, I passed out, okay? Luckily I passed out with first class, so that was nice. The next 10 years was like building blocks, right? Very, very building blocks, where first thing I did in my company was Xerox कैसे चलाते हैं machine, packaging कैसे करते हैं, right? And we think we will go directly to the boardroom and start making strategies or whatever. It doesn't happen like that, right? So पहला 10 साल, not even 2 years I'm telling you, 10 years, I worked hard. I worked hard, I was made to work hard, and I worked hard. Both goes together. I think those are the defining moments of you. So one of the company I was working with is a Belgium-based company, Europe-based company. So, and the people who are in global MBA, or, again, it applies to everyone actually. So I was with my CEO, co-CEO in Dubai. And it was my first trip with the co-CEO and going outside India, let's say for work. And we were in a restaurant. ये देखो कैसे जिंदगी सिखाता है आपको, how people teach you. And we were sitting at a restaurant in the evening, ordering food. Say, Urmil, क्या चाहिए तुमको? And I said, sir, whatever you have, I will have. Ah, okay, fine, great. Like Indians. And he calls and says, 2 chicken pizza. Sir, मैं vegetarian हूँ, आपको पता तो है. But you left it to me, so I will decide what I can do. So he said, Urmil, let me teach you one more thing. Have opinion in your life. Right? Have one opinion. Please don't always say, मेरे दोस्त ने बोला, वही किया, ये किया, वो किया. Right? Always have an opinion in your life. Always have an opinion. You walk into a company, everyone will ask for your opinion. If anyone walks into my cabin with a problem, I will ask them their first opinion. And then I will give my opinion. Right? So Urmil, please don't do this. We are a multinational. You have to have your opinion. And you cannot have your opinion, then you cannot come on international tours. Or you cannot talk to any of the ones in top management. Right? Because the way you will talk, sir, आपको जो अच्छा लगता है वही हम करते हैं. No, you have to be very strong to say what you feel. Whether it is correct, incorrect, don't about it. You should have an opinion on something. Okay? So then we are sitting at a restaurant, and then the food comes. The waiter comes first, of course, takes the order. And my co-CEO used to say, thank you, 2 times. The food comes, thank you, we finish the foods, thank you, ऐसा हुआ. And I was a bit surprised with that. He said, Urmil, do you think there is something different? I said, yes, sir. You are saying thank you 2 times. And you know why? I said, no. Because generally, Indians don't think the waiters are human beings. So on your behalf, I am saying thank you to them. Right? अब ये तो किसी ने सिखाया नहीं था, हम तो जनरल. So he said, Urmil, one more lesson for you: respect everyone in your life. Right? A support staff can teach you something, a waiter can teach you something, a CEO can teach you something. The level can be different for sure, right? But never ever consider any person in your life, in your home, in your family, in your institute, in your company, that you may think that you are smarter than him. Right? So that is the lesson that my co-CEO taught me, that please do that. Please respect. Then only you are a true global person, I mean traveling across the world. Otherwise you cannot succeed in life. Okay? And then my last 10 years, the current 10 years where I'm a managing director, blah, 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 whatever it is. So today, I am the head. I run a software development center. It's a Belgium-based company. I look after their entire India operations. In the entire company, I am the only one who is non-technical. जिसको coding का एक line नहीं आता है. And I still run the company. I still lead the team. Right? And people find it surprising sometimes. But I think it is very natural, very normal. And the reason is, and that is what you should learn here in 2 years, it's logic building. Right? When they give you case studies, that kind of helps you a lot. The way, even if you don't like cost management, financial management, organizational behavior, all these subjects, all these slowly somewhere or the other play a very important part in your life. Right? So why I'm able to lead the team is because most of them are very narrow in their thinking. Not that they are wrong, it's very narrow. अगर आपको सही में मैनेजर बनना है ना, आपको विजन थोड़ा ब्रॉड करना पड़ेगा. जो चीज पसंद नहीं है वो पहले करना पड़ेगा. Right? So as Shailesh ji said, as Suresh ji said, Mudit said, he's there available, I mean very, very great guy. That they may give you the best of the, as madam also said, Bloomberg terminal, the best of the things are here. अगर आप उसका advantage नहीं लोगे ना, फिर कुछ मतलब नहीं उसका. Right? They have given you the best of the infrastructure. Let's even say it is not the best of the infrastructure for a second. Right? So management क्या होता है? Let's say for me, let's very quickly think about this. What is a manager? A manager who has to get the work done in a limited or a given amount of time, money and people. मतलब क्या हुआ? मेरे को एक टास्क दिया है, मेरे पास टाइम दिया उर्मिल, 1 हफ्ते में कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, तुमको हम 2 जन दे रहे हैं, या फिर, and this is the budget. Within that, right? Even if it's a Reliance, Mukesh Ambani है या कोई भी है, everyone will have certain or the other factors that are not in their control. So again, if someone can make a change, or let me put it more simple, अगर आपको अलग होना है दुनिया से, अगर कोई जमनालाल बजाज में पढ़ रहा है, कोई IIM अहमदाबाद में पढ़ रहा है, if you want to make a change, you कुछ अलग करना है ना, logic, common sense use करो खाली. Right? You will grow much more ahead. I have worked with foreign corporates, I have worked with USA people, I have worked with Indian management, many things. The only thing everyone wants is someone who can think. Right? Who can think, who can use their common sense. Okay? So these 2 years, जब मैं था, अभी चलो मैं तो यहाँ पे आके बोल रहा हूँ, मेरे को तो 1 साल बाद पता चला था, मतलब 2 years, first year I enjoyed, studied hard, second year Professor Arya का आशीर्वाद आया, we studied really hard, but from a perspective of not getting marks. Right? To become a leader, to become a manager. Okay? And my last thing, so this happened around 8 years back. I was leading my team and I wanted to grow still, you know, director बनना था, ये वो. So my CEO, Randy Wagner, I told him, sir, I want to lead the team. I mean, lead the company itself. So he said, I think you are still not made for it. I said, sir, मुझे तो लग रहा है. I don't think you are made for it, you know. So, and I was little pushing him. And he said, Urmil, then I have to terminate you. Then we cannot have you. Because really being pushy, very pushy. And I said, sir, but I think it is a time. I don't think so. I said, okay, it's up to you. So what should we do? But since you are in this zone, now you cannot come out of this zone, so we have to make you leave. I said, okay, sir, no problem. It was great having time here. And he was like, अच्छा, अभी क्या करोगे life के साथ? Do you think any other company will employ you? I said, obviously, sir, कुछ तो किया ही है अभी. पढ़ाई किया है, इतना कंपनी में काम किया है. I am very happy, sir. Something I will do with my life. I have no worries on that. And then he said, now come back inside. You are the director of the company. I said, ये क्या हुआ? He said, you had the guts to say no. It was not something आप पकड़ के रखना चाहते थे, you know. It was something you were willing to let it go. And that is what we find in a leader, that he should not be attached. And that is where I got this position. Okay? So this is something for you also, everyone. ये कब हुआ? When sir talked about Elon Musk or we talk about Sachin Tendulkar, but see the amount of मेहनत उन्होंने किया है. They just see the outcome. They don't see the struggle they have went through. Right? So these 2 years, my dear friends, are very, very important. So again, मेरे शायरी पे आता हूँ. अगर आपको लगा है मैनेजर बनना है, लीडर बनना है, सो किसको धमकी दोगे? तो आलसपन को सबसे पहले धमकी दे दो, लेजीनेस. सेकंड, मोबाइल गेम्स. थर्ड, सर्फिंग. टिक 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 मत करो. राइट? जस्ट फोकस. दिस आर द मोस्ट important 2 years of your life. Right? As sir said, choose your friends wisely. Obviously. और नहीं हो रहा है, अच्छा दोस्त भी है, नहीं पढ़ रहा है, उसको भी साथ में पुश करो. Right? So these 2 years, my dear friends, are a stepping stone. Okay? So case studies करो. If you want to go into finance, sir लोग तो 6 बजे जाएंगे पढ़ा के, they have done their work. After 6, please do some extra studies. Doesn't mean don't surf, don't do anything, but please just make it 10, 15 minute, 1 hour activity only. Okay? I have one small principle in my life for everyone like you, that अगर आप अभी ये 10 साल पढ़ाई किया, क्योंकि दालमिया के बाद भी आप जाओगे, पढ़ाई होता है कॉर्पोरेट में भी 10 साल, तो your 30 years, believe me, I promise you, those 30 years आपका चमकेगा. और अगर अभी ये 10 साल नहीं पढ़ा तो 30 साल पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Right? You will to suffer for the next 30 years. So these 2 years and then the next 10 years are only you have to give to get the greatest, what we call in financial terms, return on investment, return on capital, right? So these are the 2 years, I think, that will make you as a person. Yes, they have a certain role to play, the academia, the college, but I think most important it is you. Right? Like we had one marketing sir called Subramaniam sir. Great guy. I am Ahmedabad sir. Again, very great guy. Very great guy. पर मेरे को कभी समझ में ही नहीं आया वो क्या बोले. क्योंकि he was like very high. I mean, he was epitome, the greatest marketing, and then he was teaching us case studies. And then समझ में ही नहीं आया. And I was a class leader. And 60% of the students didn't understand that, actually starting में sir. So once वो क्लास में आए, 60% को कुछ पता ही नहीं है. So then he told me कि उर्मिल कोई नहीं पढ़ के आया. बोला सर मैं भी पढ़ के नहीं आया, समझ में नहीं आया क्या करना है. अरे लीडर हो के ऐसा करते हो, चलो सर के पास. So we went to प्रोफेसर आर्या. प्रोफेसर आर्या, उर्मिल क्या हुआ अभी? मैं बोला सर ये सर सिखा रहे हैं, 1 फुट नहीं 1 किलोमीटर ऊपर से जाता है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. So tell him to come down a little bit. ना, he's from I am Ahmedabad. हम लोग नहीं है उतना होते तो उधर नहीं पढ़ते. So it was a bit of discussion, debate. And he was like, okay, उर्मिल मैं समझ गया. It's okay, I understand. तुमने भी नहीं पढ़ा? मैंने सर मैंने भी नहीं पढ़ा. I am being very open. I am the first one in the line. Okay, I will talk to Professor Subramaniam. But one thing I liked about you, मैंने सर अभी इसमें क्या सीखा? That you did not put your team under the bus, ऐसा बोलते हैं. Under the मतलब ऐसा नहीं बोला बाकी सब पढ़ के नहीं आए. You said you did not study first. So that is also a mark of a true leader कि वो अपने आप को पहले रखता है. right? Even my team, my class was happy. क्या उर्मिल क्या हुआ? मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला, मैंने ही नहीं पढ़ा, तुम लोग का तो नाम ही कहाँ से आएगा बाद में? So they were very happy that हमको लगा तू बोलेगा भाई हम ही पढ़ के नहीं आए. So again, that is what leadership is about, right? Sacrifice comes first, okay? So again, before leaving, Shailesh ji ne bola, I believe it completely, and I will leave you with that thought, that good karma comes first. Don't cheat. दूसरे पे चढ़ के आगे कोशिश मत करो. जाओगे थोड़े टाइम के लिए जाओगे, फिर रिवर्स आ जाओगे, right? And you will fall hard. So again, have good karma. Don't cheat. Just work hard. नहीं मिला तो नहीं मिला, मिला तो मिला, right? Don't cheat. Respect your parents. I have never seen in my life anyone who has not respected their parents and they've been overly successful, right? So please, please, we have fired some people in our company because they were not respecting their parents. I'm being honest, huh? And nowadays companies do look into that कि अगर ये मम्मी पापा का नहीं हुआ तो किसी का नहीं हो सकता. That is my motto. So मेरी शायरी पे वापिस, अगर लगाव है मम्मी पापा से, अगर उनका एनिवर्सरी है और फ्रेंड्स के साथ जाना है तो फ्रेंड्स को धमकी दे दो कि नहीं, going to spend time with my family, right? And from today, believe me, the best managers you will ever get are your mothers. Moms are the best managers. And when they work, like ma'am works, she works, they become amazing. They can do anything. And even moms who don't work, they are amazing managers. The way they manage finances, the way they manage family, the way they manage food and everything is amazing. अगर आप वो रिस्पेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो ना तो सीईओ बन ही नहीं सकते हो. All the CEOs, including the foreigners whom I have met, they love their parents, they respect their parents, everything. Right? So have a good karma. Please don't cheat, doesn't help it. Think, use your brain, please, please, please. It seems easy, इतना easy नहीं है. एक बार आ गया फिर मजा ही आता है लाइफ में. Right? So please don't do that. And one more thing, since I didn't prepare anything, so I'm just thinking from my heart and brain. So one more person I know, his name is Smitesh Walanju. He is currently, I think he's working in Tata. He was Vodafone infrastructure head. I met him in a company 10 years back, I think 10 years back. And he was in US, very, very nice and very, very smart guy, one of the smartest person. And then he got hired into a few companies, Tata mein abhi hai, and he's doing very, very great in a senior position. So once I was talking to him and he said, Urmil, I don't understand one word in English literature. And I said, which is it? And he said, motivation. And I said, what? Okay, motivation, I never understood that word. I said, sir, Smitesh, you studied in India in the best, you passed out, America mein itna high position, you came back. Yeah, Urmil, after so many years, I don't understand the word motivation. So if you like something, you have to do. You should be happy to get up and come. It's like your MBA आना है, manager बनना है, leader करना ही है. Why you need motivation for that? And for the things that you don't like and you anyways have to do, so you have to do it. So why so many books have been written on motivation? Right? So he says, I don't think the word motivation should be there at all in any directory. That was his perspective, a very, very smart guy. So again for you, my friends, forget motivation. You have to do means you have to do 2 years plus 10 years of hard work. There is no work around through. अरे यार आज उठता हूँ motivation के लिए सुनता हूँ music सुनता हूँ, right? अरिजीत सुनता हूँ या कोई और fast music बजाता हूँ, please, हाँ? And I have gone through that grill. बहुत positive books पढ़ा फिर कुछ फायदा होता नहीं unless until you implement it, right? So please save your time from all these things. Just you have to work hard. Right? What we call in our language, and now it's become that working hard eats talent every day at breakfast. Working hard eats talents every day at breakfast. It means if you have talent and you don't work hard, it's like the tortoise story wala na, kachwal wo. Tortoise and a rabbit. Hard work is the most important thing that can help you. I have seen people in support staff in our companies, support staff, huh? And they worked hard so much and they became software developers. 6 बजे खत्म होता था, सर मैं पढ़ाई कर सकता हूँ, मैं बोला करो क्लास है, एंड वी अलाउ एवरीवन लाइक दैट, एंड देन ही वाज वर्किंग 10 में से एक ही ने किया, बट देन हिज लाइफ चेंज कंप्लीटली. Okay, so I will leave you with that. Don't cheat, good karma, take care of your parents, of your brothers, sisters, everyone, but most important, take care of yourself. If you are stressed out, Mudit is here. I'm so happy that he shared this thing, but always believe in you, and there is no other way than work hard. करना ही है, मतलब करना ही है, मतलब don't think even twice, right? करना है, दालमिया में आए हैं. You have to study, you have to take the maximum thing you can get out of the professors. They also have limited time, but if you push hard, उनको भी लगे बच्चा पढ़ रहा है, चलो let's help them out, you know. So it is up to you, right? There is no one else except you that can do it, do that. आपके पापा ने यहाँ लेके आए, मम्मी यहाँ लेके आए, पैसा खर्च किया, सब कर दिया आपके लिए. अब तो कुछ करो, हाँ? अभी अब तो आपके ऊपर है ना, अब तो बड़े हो गए हो, right? So it is up to you guys. Have your opinion. Work hard, and I think that's the only way you can succeed. Okay? And I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Urmil sir, for your meaningful address and the wisdom you shared here with us today. I would now request Mr. Shailesh Dalmia to present the token of appreciation to our guest, Mr. Urmil Shah. Thank you, sir. As we come to the close of today's ceremony, I'm sure this has been an enriching experience for newly joined students, filled with insights, inspiration, and a deeper understanding of the journey they are about to embark on. To formally express our gratitude to everyone who made this day special, I now invite Shriya Shingare to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Devangi. It is truly an honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing team. Our heartfelt gratitude goes to Mr. Urmil Shah for gracing this inauguration ceremony with his presence. Sir, your inspiring journey, real-world insights, and thoughtful words have truly set the tone for the meaningful start to our MBA journey. A special note of thanks to Professor Dr. Suresh Ramanathan. Sir, your presence today and your encouraging words have added great value to this occasion and set a strong foundation for our students as they begin their academic journey. We are sincerely thankful to Mr. Shailesh Dalmia for his unwavering support and visionary leadership. Sir, your guidance continues to inspire excellence across the institution. We would also like to express our gratitude to Mr. Mudit Dalmia for his dynamic vision and dedicated efforts towards the Institute's growth, which have been truly inspiring for all of us. We are grateful to Professor Dr. Seema Saini for her continued encouragement. Ma'am, your dedication to innovation and holistic development helps drive our institution forward. A warm thank you to our director, Dr. Monica Khanna, for your presence and support. We look forward to your leadership and the fresh perspective you bring as you begin your journey with us. I would also like to extend sincere thanks to our Dean Academics, HODs, faculty, non-teaching staff, and the organizing committee, and everyone who worked behind the scenes to make this event a success. To all the new inducted MBA students, welcome once again. Your journey has just begun, and we are confident that with your curiosity, energy, and commitment, you will make the most of the opportunities that lie ahead. Today marks the beginning of a new and exciting chapter, and we look forward to witnessing your growth both personally and professionally. As we conclude, let us carry forward the spirit of learning, collaboration, and aspiration that today's ceremony has ignited within us. I now request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
That brings us to the formal closure of this inauguration ceremony. Thank you all for being a part of this special occasion. I would request all the students to be seated in their places while the dignitaries are assured outside the auditorium by our student coordinators, followed by the faculty and the non-teaching staff. Thank you.
I request all the students in the auditorium to be seated in their place. Division A students will form a single line and proceed further to the 4th floor library for document verification process.